close the door here. There we go. Turn the music down just a little bit here. There we go. Hopefully that's a little bit better so everyone can hear me. We're back. And we are going to be looking at some images tonight. So it is not clear tonight. It was supposed to be, but we're going to hold off and wait and see. So we're going to look at some images. See what we get. Now, this is a preliminary 27 minutes of exposure time and of M101, and we'll adjust the colors and we'll adjust everything, but we're going to pull up Photoshop and you'll get to see these in full, full view. So, like, I can zoom in on this and definitely impressed on how the center core looks. Could have used a lot more exposure time to get the end wisps, but again, this is something that I am 100% satisfied of how this looked right off the bat. So, definitely impressed. Because I think we took like four or 5 minute images, and it was like 4 or 5 5-minute images. So we got a total of like maybe half an hour, 40 minutes. Could have gone a little bit longer, but we wanted to get about 4 or 5 objects. So definitely really happy. Alright, we're gonna flip this over to Photoshop and we'll see what we got here. There we go. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to crop this out. We'll get it right in the center there. There we go. Kind of interested to see what the color is going to do when we change it, when we get rid of the green. Actually changes it more to a natural color. That's not bad. Definitely does change it. Now what is it going to do when I take the gradient exterminator? Huh. Hang on, what if I do it this way? What if I do gradient exterminator first? Okay. And now we'll do the HLVG. That's a little bit better. Okay. What about the levels? How are we looking for levels? Well, that's actually not bad. The color actually is decent. It's grainy, but I mean, I can definitely handle that. Definitely the little post-processing can't hurt. Okay, we're gonna make the stars smaller. So we just added a little bit of noise reduction. Alright, now we're gonna just make it a little bit softer in tone. Yeah, it looks a lot better and looks less grainy. And I think what happened was the first few images that we took of this, we didn't have the power on. So I think it added some of these in here where it was really grainy, so it wasn't exactly perfect. But overall, definitely very, 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 very happy on how this turned out. I'm gonna take the blue and just shift the blue over just a little bit here. There we go. Yeah, the color looks phenomenal. Yeah, it does look awesome. It really does. And we can even zoom in more on it. If you look at the detail. Focus actually turned out to be pretty good, too. I'm very impressed. The only thing I would say is that the stars look a little on the bloated side. But once we have a filter put on this, these stars are going to be more pinpoint. Definitely choose the red just a little bit here. There we go. Now that is really good. That's probably the best image I've taken of M101 up to this point. Definitely will re-explore this object and get more. Again, this is only like 27 minutes total time. So we got a lot more time that we're going to be adding to this, which means you'll be getting more of the fainter edges. Because the edges look a little dim, but only because we didn't get as much. But the center core does not look like it's blown out, so it's nice. Definitely satisfied in how that turned out. Now, of course, naturally, we're going to look at the individual images because we started, you know, I was looking through them before I started the stream. But we're going to look at some of these images. Now, keep in mind, with some of these, we could tell, like this one here, we added, and you could tell that there's nothing there. So we added an image that shouldn't have been there. Yeah, see, some of these shouldn't have been in here. So in reality, we only took like 3. Yeah. There's 1, 2, and 3. So in reality, we took 3 of them that were about 5 minutes apiece, so it's about 15 minutes. The other 4 weren't really good because I think the heater. So let's see. Hang on. Let's get rid of the 4 and see what happens here. Just to be on the safe side, see what happens here. So instead of 27 minutes, we'll do a 15. Let's try that and see. Now keep in mind, there's also, this is no darks, no flats, no biases, no nothing. This is just straight up camera. And also no field flattener. This is taking the camera right out of the box, attaching it to the telescope, focusing it, and go. Let's see what we get. Alright, so now it's just saving the image here. So it's saving it as a TIFF file. We'll see what it looks like. See if it's any better. My guess is it's going to be a little bit better only because it's not taking the first 3. The first 4, I mean. We won't be on for long tonight. Just looking at the images, seeing what we got. We'll check in about 17, 18 minutes to see if the clouds have moved. Alright, here we go. Now it's saving it. And now it's loading it. And we'll see what we get. Here it comes. Hopefully the data lines are going to be a lot better. Yeah, they do look a little bit better. And on top of that, I think it looks cleaner based off the graph on the bottom. Let's see. Let's see here. Yeah, I think that looks a lot cleaner. Yeah, that looks a lot cleaner in my opinion. Yeah, I like that a lot better. Alright, so... Alright, we're going to save this now. And then we'll pop it into Photoshop and see the difference between the two images. Again, it's probably not going to be anything like too noticeable. But to me, I think there's going to be a big difference. Alright, so it's going to save. It's almost done. Let me share this out to everyone. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Kimmy, make sure that you share this stream. I'm going to share it on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Okay. posted on all the social media sites. Alright. Now we will flip it back to Photoshop. So that's the original one that we took. We did. And here's the next one. Okay, here we go. Let's look at the difference now. So now, this. There's a little bit of difference on that one, okay. And what we're just doing is I want to see the difference between the two images just by going from 27 minutes to 15, because those first images that were taken, forgot the power was on. So, yeah. And I'm just looking at these ones to see what we got here. And in my opinion, I think the second one is good. And we're gonna find out and see. Oops. Yeah, the colors are absolutely phenomenal. They are just absolutely incredible of what this camera can do and the detail that it can pull out. I don't know. I think I gotta go with the first one. I think I gotta go with the first one of how the detail looks. I think the color itself just looks better. Yeah. I think the first one just looks better. So by adding those other ones in there, it gives you more of a detail in the middle here. Gives you more of a plane to actually work with in the center. But the center of this one doesn't look all that great. If I were to zoom in, so this is what this one looks like in the center. And then if you look at this one here in the center, whoa, way too much. Yeah, I like that a lot better. Yeah. Because that's the original image on that one. And that's the original image on that one. And I could try to... Yeah, I mean, it's pretty darn close. But I like that better, so I think we're going to keep this one. Not bad. And again, this is only 20 to 25 minutes. Alright, so now what we will do, move on to the next object here, what we got last night. We got a bunch of objects, which is so cool. And where is our pit crew tonight? I don't know. That is a great question. That is a phenomenal question. I did send it out to everyone on Facebook and Twitter, so... Let's see. Kind of want to see the iris. Alright, so there's the first one. Alright, so here's the first one of the iris. There's one. Two. Okay, we'll flip it back to here. 3. Well, this one was bad. Huh. They're probably not bad. I probably did a shorter exposure. Yeah, they just did a shorter exposure. That's what it is. Okay. Okay, so let's see here. So we took 3 of that. That's 4. 5. 6. 7. 7. What's this one? Is this that's the ring. Okay, so we took 7. Perfect. Well, let's see what we get. This one's going to be kind of intrigued. This is 18 minutes of total exposure time. This is going to be an object that you're going to need at least 2 to 3 hours with calibration frames. But I'm going to have lots of time with this one because this is coming up just at the perfect time. Right around 11:30, so I shouldn't have any problems getting this over the next month and a half. So with this camera, I'm going to image the hell out of this. We're going to take short exposures, long exposures, and just stack them all. So we're going to range anywhere from 2 to 10 minutes on this one. Because I want to get the dust behind the reflection nebula, because that's what this is. It's a reflection nebula. So we'll see what we get here. Right now it's on... Wait, well, how is it doing 10? Oh, shoot, I forgot to take the other 3 off. Oops. Well, I don't think it's going to do anything with the other 3. Oopsie. Yeah, so it took out the 3. Okay, good. Alright, good. So hopefully everybody's doing good out there tonight. We got Anna, we got Kimmy. Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful Saturday evening. Alright, so right now it's on 6 of 7. It's just stacking them right now. And what I use is what's called Deep Sky Stacker. And what Deep Sky Stacker does is it just, well, does exactly what it says. It stacks the images. Calibrates the background. Pretty much gets it down to a level playing field. Alright, so now it's computing the final image, creating a median. And by the way, for the music, what I do is I have about 120 some odd songs, and I put it on repeat, but also a shuffle. So you never know what you're going to get, and no song will ever be played in succession twice. And if you go for 4 or 5 hours, you may not hear a song more than once in about 2 or 3 streams. We were on for just a shade under 5.5 hours last night, and so far all the songs we've played so far have not been played in the last stream, and we're already up to almost 6.5 hours. So, how cool is that? And of course, when you look at the bottom right, you could see all the songs that are playing, the name of the song, and the band that is for the song. So I know that Kim Twister has looked at those and has went on YouTube or whatever and has played those songs, which is really cool. So right now it's just finished the saving, and now it's going to load the image. Okay. Well, keep in mind, Kimmy, it is Saturday night. A lot of people are probably doing a lot of things, and of course, we gotta say a big thank you goes to all the mothers out there. Because tomorrow is Mother's Day, so that means probably a lot of the crew is out there celebrating Mother's Day, which is perfectly fine. I think that's actually a good thing. Everybody goes out and has a great time. Because the cool thing about the stream is you can always go back and watch it on delay. And this way, you can fast forward my butt. Right? You can always just hit that fast forward button. Or if you want, we could do speed talking. Set it to, like, 2 times speed. You can actually watch me do this in 2 times. That'd be fun. Yeah, they're partying without us. That's exactly right. That's okay, you know. There we go. That's the right color that I want. Let's see if we can pull out some of the detail here. Yeah, I know. The nerve not inviting us. I know. Crazy. Alright, so it's just saving this now. Then we're going to pop this into Photoshop and see what we get. Alright. Alright, so now we're going to flip this over to Photoshop. Okay, here we go. We'll see what we get here. Like the Maytag repairman. Okay, let's see here. Okay, that's done. Alright, that's good. Yeah, you can actually see the dust. That's crazy. Wow, that's actually better than I thought it was going to be. Wow. I'm not too far from Toronto either. I'm about an hour and like 35 minutes away. do next is this one. I'm gonna probably need a ton of calibration frames. Alright, let's see now. No, I'm not. I'm actually on the US side. I'm about 5-6 miles south of Niagara Falls. This actually turned out really good. Let's see what this is gonna do. While we're waiting for that, I'm gonna go outside and take a look to see if it's clear. Yeah, definitely not clear. Alright, so it is just going through and doing the enhanced DSO. I knew it was going to be cloudy tonight. I knew that for a fact, so I was like, that's why I didn't really push it too much. That's why we were out till it was 2:30 last night. It's part of the reason why we're not going to be too long tonight. Bob is sending me pictures. It's clear where he is. Bob W has been on my stream a few times, and he is imaging as we speak until the clouds actually make their way down to where he is. And he's getting Bode's Nebula, it looks like, which is M81 and M82, and he's doing the red channel, so he's doing color because he's got a monochromatic camera. Welcome, Joanne. Clouds here also. And it's cloudy where Kimmy is, too. And we have major clouds here, so... yeah, it's going to be cloudy for a little bit tonight. And that's okay. This one's going to take a little bit, so while it's doing that, we're going to look at the next set here. This is going to take a little bit, so we're going to go back, wait for that to come through, and we'll see the final image on that. What we'll do... okay, we'll look at the Ring Nebula next. Now, we took different exposures with the Ring. It drifted a little bit too on this one, but that's okay. I'm not worried about it too much. Still pretty awesome. Welcome 24/7, Gary. Welcome. And I see Gary has been a streaming mastermind lately. Been watching his stream, the 24/7 Live Arizona Sky. He actually does a really, really good job. He actually does an amazing job. He has 3 or 4 different cameras, and they pan around from left to right. It's really, really awesome. If you haven't had a chance to, by all means, everyone go and subscribe to his channel. Oh no, that is terrible. I'm sorry to hear that, Gary. And what's crazy about this image, though, is this one's with the colored camera, so you have a very limited field of view. And then when you look at it with the Meade camera, you're doubling the field of view. It's like 2.5 times greater. Thank you, Anna. That was very nice. Yeah, I'm wearing my helmet because you never know when... And then that's... Again, there's been a couple things with... in space news, of course, which we all know. The Chinese rocket. We all know about that one and how it could be hitting anywhere at any time, and we don't know. And I've been tracking it since yesterday afternoon. God knows when that's going to be hitting. We have no idea. No idea. And then also, the launching of the rocket. It's the Peak rocket. If anybody hasn't heard about it, the Peak rocket launch experiment, which is kind of cool. We're still counting down. I'm not sure if it's being postponed or just canceled for tonight. The rocket was supposed to launch from Virginia. And here it is. Just about an hour ago, launch has been scrubbed. Tonight's sounding rocket launch has been postponed to no earlier than 8:03 p.m. on Sunday, May 9th. The launch has been postponed due to the upper level winds not being within the required limits for a safe launch. The launch window for Sunday runs until 8:43. No, it's a rocket launch from Virginia. The Chinese rocket, that's another one. So two things are happening. So the first one is the Chinese rocket. That one is it's more like space junk kind of thing. It's just in space and it's descending into our atmosphere. And we don't know when it's going to hit. That's the thing. We don't know when it's going to hit. And it could be any time. So that's the first order of news. The second order of news is the launch from Virginia, which I don't know. Let me see, because they got a map here. So anybody that is in the state of Ohio, the western part of Ohio, will be able to see the rocket 30 to 60 seconds after launch. The western part of Ohio will see it 60 to 90 seconds after launch. Anybody in the Ontario area is going to be 60 to 90 seconds, unless if you're past Lake Superior and Lake Michigan, which is further up north, that's 90 to 120 seconds. And then you'll be able to see it from there. Oops, wrong button. Didn't mean to do that. Oopsie. There we go. I'm doing 3 things at once. So this is a half an hour that we got of the ring. And Gary, unfortunately, sorry, you will not be able to see this one because you're in Arizona. The farthest that you'll be able to see this from is all the way out to like Milwaukee. So like Green Bay, Milwaukee, and so you'll be able to see it out there. But that's about it. After that, and then even Joanne, you might be. I think you're on the cusp, Joanne. I think. Oh, you might. No, actually, no. You're like on the absolute. Joanne, you're from St. Louis, right? St. Louis is just on the edge of that 120. So you might be able to catch it. Now, where you're looking for it, you have to look on the eastern part of the sky. So almost like you're looking towards the ocean. And you have to look east. And you might see it, Anna. You very well could, because you're in Ontario. If you're an hour from Toronto, an hour from Toronto would be more like out towards Barrie or Kitchener or Peterborough. Any of those is about an hour. Any of those is all within that range in the yellow. And then the yellow is 60 to 90 seconds. Cross River in Illinois. Let's see. Oh, the St. Louis River. So you're just before that. Gotcha. Okay. Well, I do know my maps. Well, sort of. I try anyways. Hour northwest. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay. So you're roughly about 3 hours from me. Roughly. Not bad. Not bad at all. So, Joanne, it'll be tough for you because, I mean, you're going to be on the edge. Now, from what they were saying for this rocket is that when you look, it can do some crazy things depending on the atmosphere. So you might see like an aurora, blue or green. And it's going to be dark enough. It's going to be about between 8 to 8:30. So you might be able to see something, which is kind of cool. So we just got to look. It's just saving the image right now. Alright, so there we go. Now it's going to start loading. Here we go. Ha! That's awesome. It's going to be... That's so blown out now. If you look, it's like this is your ring. Because I got to change it. But yeah, that's really cool. Here, we just got to move the histogram here. Okay, there we go. Wow, that's pretty cool. The guider was a little funky, but still not bad. There we go. Now the color's perfect. There we go. Yeah, it's much better. We head for the sky, it's all right. Our wings wouldn't fly, it's that's perfect. All right, we're gonna save this. Yeah, I believe it. I definitely believe it. The space anomaly. Alright, so it's just saving the image now. Alright, so now it's saved. And now we're going to load it onto Photoshop. Alright. It's a vast field. That's crazy how much of a vast field it is. It's, you know, and the thing is, I've been checking the tracker and to see, for the tracker, it's been ranging between 105 and 120 all day today. Hasn't gotten below 100. So I don't know. Like, it just hasn't gotten where I, you know, below 100 kilometers in altitude. Look at that vast field of view for the stars. That's crazy. I see you, the Iris. Welcome, Troy. Now this is perfect. Yeah, no one does. No one knows when this thing is gonna hit. No one knows. Alright, so we just made the stars smaller. Okay. We're gonna increase the star color. Because with this one, I want to make these stars pop. Yeah, this looks really good. I really don't have to do much, really. you can see the white dwarf in the middle of the ring. And what they mean by that is when you see the nebula, it's gas from an exploding star. So if you look carefully on that, you can actually pinpoint it to the center, and you can actually see. So if I were to zoom in, now of course I blew up the actual ring, so it's not as bright, but I can do this and see. That's the center. That is the actual white dwarf right in the middle here. If I go like this, you'll actually see right there. That's the white dwarf right there. Right in the middle of the center. So you'll be able to see the white dwarf, which is really cool. Let's try that and see what that looks like. It's pretty dark, but still pretty neat. And again, this was only 27 minutes of exposure time, so not really long. Not to the point of like, wow, that's, you know, spending hours and hours and hours, but it's a good start with this camera. That's what I want. It's a good start. So we have looked at 3 images. We have looked at the pinwheel, which is M101. We looked at the iris, which, by the way, that's done. Iris is going to need a lot of work. There is no question about it. What I do want to see next is the field of view. I just want to show everyone the field of view between one camera and the other. That's what I want to see. So, let's see here. Alright, let's see here. Alright, so I just gotta pull it up here. Of course, naturally less than I didn't label any of these. I gotta find them. What was it? That's this one here. Okay. Can I open this one? Should be able to open it. Will it let me? Haha! It will. Nice. Okay. Alright, so this is the field of view for this camera. What I'm going to do, just to show you an example of the difference, okay? I just want to show everyone. So what I'm doing is I'm going to put this so you'll see what I see and how the field of view works. I'm just looking to see where it is to match the two stars here. Give me 1 second here. I'm gonna go even smaller. Oh, there it is. Okay, it's right here. So you'll be able to see what the field of view is. Okay, it's got to go even smaller than that. Dang. That is crazy. Yeah, so it's going to be in this area right here. But you can see the difference in field of view, which is unreal. Actually, you want to know what? Yeah, it's right here. It's gonna go like that right there. In that vicinity there, so you can kind of see it. But I'm not gonna what is it? The saved sake and time. Okay, it's gonna be right there. Okay. Now, if you were to take that, that's your two field of views right there. Now, I'm off by just a little bit. I'm going to be using a small screwdriver, and I'm just going to just move the wide field down just a slight bit. We're talking like maybe an inch. And then that center field will be in the middle of here, and then you'll have the whole thing so you can see. So this is what I want. That's what I want. This is perfect because you can see the whole field of view. So when we're doing something, for instance, I'm going to show you. So for instance, now you're going to probably wonder, well, why would you want such a huge field? Why would you want such a gigantic field of view? Okay, here. This one right here. Open. Right here. This is the one I want. So, Astro Live channel. Hey there. So, what we're looking at is we're getting the M57. So we started. I'll brief everyone here. We're just looking at images and processing images that we did from last night. So we started with M101, NGC 7023, M57, and then we also looked at the difference between the two cameras. So we have the close-up, which is the 102mm with the Altair 269C, which is that small little rectangle. And then you have my Meade camera, which is on a 61mm with a focal reducer. So it actually widens the field even more. So you can see the difference. Now, you're probably wondering, again, everyone who's watching before, is, well, why isn't it in the center? Well, that's because I didn't know where it was. Like, as in, when I put the two scopes on top of each other. Now that I know where it is, I just have to take a little screwdriver and just unscrew it just a slight bit, and it's going to pop back up. Which means this is going to go up and we'll be in great shape. So, not worried about it too much, because we'll be in great shape with that. Now, I just want to see. Well, that was a bad image. Okay. I don't know if I did. I hope to God I saved one of them. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't. Alright, here it goes. Okay, so I found it. Okay, so this is... And again, one of the questions is... You wanted to know, well, why would we have such a wide field when you're looking at such small objects? Well, this is the reason why. And we have an image here, and you look at it and say, there's nothing here. I mean, a couple of stars here and there, and that looks great and all. When we adjust the curves, magic happens. Here. I'll do you guys one better. Doesn't look good on Photoshop. Here's what we're gonna do. Ah! Ah! Hang on. Here's what we'll do. Give me a second. Here. Okay, here. Now, will this be perfect? No, but I want to show you. Here. This is what we'll do. Okay. All right, here we go. Okie dokie. Okay. Now, I just want to show everyone what it's going to look like. So we're going to open up the image here. I think it's this one, right? Yes, it is. Okay, perfect. Okay. All right, so everybody sees this, right? Perfect. Now we're going to use the curves on this one. All right, this is much better. Much better. There we go. There we go. So that is why I'm going to be using the wide field for this. And just the crescent alone does all the justice in the world. And what I'll do is this. Here. We'll solely just make it just the crescent so you can see it. Here. I know it's not exactly great, but there we go. For putting it in the field of view. I mean, I like the detail. Detail's definitely there. It's definitely really good. And that's one single shot of 5 minutes. I mean, I definitely love it. We'll go back to Photoshop here. And there, it's on the bottom left there. So with that being said, now we're going to move into the final image here. And what we're going to do is we're going to stack the crescent with the other camera. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna flip this back to Deep Sky Stacker. Okay. And then we're gonna look at the Crescent Nebula that we did with the Altair camera. And then we'll call it a night. There's the first one.
Wanna be the person that you call up when you're down. Wanna be the first who knows all of your deepest secrets. Can I be the one who wakes you up before you miss your ride? 'Cause I wanna be close to you, and I wanna show you something new. You gotta know, every day I got your back, yeah, you can count on me for that. So put your hand in mine, I will be there every day when you're sick of.
Okay, so that one's bad. That's right, that's when I started walking out there because the other camera got disconnected for some odd reason. So we really didn't get many. Whoa, that one's not good. That one was good. That one wasn't good. So it looks like we only got two.
Gonna try to keep the pace, but someday we will find that the world has changed, but we stay true to each other. I will always be there for you whenever you need my help. Taking my time to be alright. I don't ever wanna be apart.
Well, we could try to stack the two that we have and see what happens. It may not be great, but let's see. It was a 5-minute exposure and a 45-second exposure. When we were shooting these ones, the clouds were starting to come in. So that's why it has like a yellowish, greenish tint to it, because the clouds were coming through. So we really didn't have much of an opportunity really to see anything. So alright, so now it's just saving it, and then it's going to load it. And then we'll see what we get here. Because we only took one image of the Meade camera, and we only took two of these. So we really didn't get much. Because this was at the tail end. This was at like 1:50 a.m. We didn't really have much of an opportunity to look at anything. Plus, on top of that, it was very low in the horizon, too, so... Alright, so it's done. We got a lot of data, but I just don't know what it's going to end up in. So this is going to be one of those things where it's going to be interesting and see. Still pretty good for it only being 5 minutes of exposure time. I mean, granted, if I were to take an hour, 2 hours, maybe 2.5 hours, I definitely would have gotten a whole bunch more data. That's really good for it being just 5 minutes. It's going to be a noisy image, but that's the crescent right here. That is really cool. I'm making salmon for everyone. Nice. I love fish. I like fish sticks. I like tuna fish. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. I mean, that's... I'm gonna get a little bit darker there. There we go. It's pretty good. Definitely impressed with the way that this camera can produce. And even the fact that you can get hydrogen alpha off of a colored camera is in such a short exposure. Now granted, it's nothing like the other one, but then again, you take a colored image, and if I were to do this here, edit transform. Here, we'll do it this way.
Rivers run dry, dust breaths in the air. 2 dark days, do you have a tear to spare? Make a promise, the world awaits.
There you go.
Have you just breathed it?
That's insane. Like the one on the bottom left. Wow. Then we'll make a figure here. That's insane. And then you can see the difference. Now, of course, it's upside down, but it kind of it actually looks like an upside down crab, like a horseshoe crab. That's one single 5-minute image, by the way. One. Imagine if we took an hour, which we will be doing. So there's a lot of objects that we're going to be doing over the next couple of weeks when it's clear. So there you have it with that. That's pretty sweet. So there you have it. There you have it. we are done for the night. We got to see all the images. We got to see everything that we wanted to do. I will be posting these images in a little bit. And yeah, it keeps buffering. The internet is not doing so well right now, so yeah, I'm gonna pretty much end the stream. So I will be back. Let me check the weather. Let's see. It's not tomorrow night. But Monday night is clear. So Monday night we will be out here again. So we will be out here Monday night. And we're gonna do some more imaging. We're gonna add some more to these, and we're also gonna add to a couple more. So with that being said, I want to thank you guys for all coming in tonight. We're going to go through the wonderful list like we always do. Thank you to Gary. Thank you to Anna, Kimmy, Joanne. I know Astro Live channel you were on. Thank you so much for stopping on in. Troy, you were on. I saw you. You can't escape me. And for everyone else that was on, if you were in the background, of course. As I said, we were just doing a very short night tonight, because we were out till almost 2:30 last night. So, short night tonight. We'll be back at it. So I'm going to let a couple songs play out. We will be done for the night. So you guys have a wonderful rest of your Saturday evening. And tomorrow, have a great Sunday. And if you're a mother, happy Mother's Day out to every single person out there. And you guys have a good night. Bye.